Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, it's time for another live stream. And I am really, really excited for this one because we are talking about Instagram. And y'all know how I love Instagram. Y'all know how I love Instagram, right? So we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you're not attracting your ideal client on Instagram. And the truth is, this is going to help you regardless, whether you're using it for Instagram or you're using it for Facebook, you're using it for your business, just attracting clients to your business, period. This is going to help you. Okay. So let me just make sure that you guys can hear me and we're all good before I get started. Those of you who are on the replay, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being with me as we go along. If you find anything valuable, make sure you heart it up and like it up, and definitely invite your followers if you feel that they need to learn more about attracting their client on Instagram. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick check. Once I know that you guys can hear me, which you can, I am good to go. Awesome. So Facebook is gonna invite some people to come on in, but I'm not gonna wait because you guys know I'm going live every day this month. I want to make it smooth, no more than about 30 minutes. I want to make sure that I deliver the information in no more than about 30 minutes. Okay, so that's why we're doing it like this. So as you guys come in, drop your name so I can say hello to you. All right, those of you who are new to the Divapreneurs chat box, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are extremely happy to have you here. My name is Niala Phillip. I am the host of this amazing group. I am also a marketing and income strategist, and I work with female coaches, consultants, and service providers, teaching them how to see the cash in their business. Okay, and see the cash is the system that I use to help them captivate and cultivate a community that converts, because I believe that everything starts with community. All right, so today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you're probably not attracting your client on Instagram, and we're going to talk about what you're going to do to fix that. Okay, so this is for, like I said before, anybody who's struggling with bringing clients in, period. Earlier, I put a post out in the group, Divapreneurs chat box, and if you are watching this somewhere else, please come into the chat box so I can see your comments. It's divapreneurschatbox.com. So earlier, I put a post out where I said, you know, what are you guys struggling with? What do you need help with? Let me know. I'm here. And one of, I think maybe 3 people said, I'm struggling with attracting clients. I'm struggling with being seen by my ideal client. I'm struggling with that engagement from my client. So I figured that this would be a great time to talk about that. Another reason why I thought it would be a great time to talk about it is because I am hosting, along with the amazing Dr. Finch, I am hosting a workshop with her tomorrow evening where we are going to be talking about the 3 top ways to make money on Instagram. And we're going to be digging into it really, really deep. Strategies you've never heard of before. We both come with our own audience on Instagram and our own experience. And when we met and we talked about it, we decided that we needed to put this together to make sure that you guys got the information. So that's going down tomorrow. I'll make sure I send the link over to you guys before we finish here. So that's the reason why we're going to talk about Instagram a little bit. And then the webinar tomorrow, you'll get everything else you need to know. Okay. So the first reason why, and as you guys come in, just drop your name so I can say hello. The first reason why you're probably not getting that traction and you're not attracting your client the way you would like to is because you are not posting things that move them. Okay? You're not posting things that move them. And here's the thing. You may be posting well, okay? I talk about my 5E method a lot, which I'm not going to go through today, but I speak about it a lot. And if you are somebody who's been in my community a while and you are following that method where you are engaging your audience, you're posting those empowerment posts, you are posting those entertaining posts and letting them get to know you, you are posting posts that like tips and posts that's going to establish your expertise, right? You're doing all of this. You're probably doing all of this. You probably even have the right colors too. But here's a step further that I've never spoke about when it comes to Instagram. Why I think this may be happening to you. And what it is that you are not finding a way to have conversations with them. So even if you are following the 5E method and you're putting stuff out to educate, you're putting tips out, you're putting quotes out, you may be doing that. But let's say in the caption, just for an example, let's say you put a quote out one morning and then in the caption you're just like, good morning, guys, and you do it every morning. I want you to think about that. Is that going to move you? Is that going to make you say good morning back? Now, if you were to write a little bit about what you think about the quote, what you feel about the quote, what the quote means to you, what it should mean to your audience, now you're starting to bring in that conversation with them. So that's why I said, let me talk about this and take it a step further, because I'm watching and I know that you guys are putting in the work on Instagram, and you have already chosen your colors. We went through that Instagram challenge, the Grow My Gram challenge, not too long ago, and a lot of you really implemented well. But if you don't take that step further to move your audience, then that is the reason why you're not seeing the engagement and you're not seeing your clientele coming in. And here's the thing. Everybody that follows you on Instagram is not going to be a client. But if you take my advice and you continue to have those conversations with them, your client is going to get weeded out that bunch and come over to you. Okay, so they're going to see what you're writing. They're going to start posting back and, conversing with you on your post. And then that day that they feel like just clicking the link in the bio, or that day that you give them the right call to action, they're going to take action. So it's not saying that everybody on your Instagram page is going to be your ideal client, but how are they going to be attracted to you if you don't go that step further? And I see you guys are coming in, so definitely watch the replay, because I did just go through one, which is that you are not moving them. So you may be putting out your tips, like let's say you're a health coach and you put out health tips every day. You followed my advice and you said, okay, Niala said that I have to establish myself as an expert and I have to make sure I educate them on my industry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start putting out these tips every day. So you may have done that, but then you realize that they're still not biting. You realize they're still not speaking back to you. They're still not taking action. And why is because you haven't moved them. So it's not okay to just go on Canva, create some graphics, splash a quote on there or splash a tip on there and use the hashtag and say, here's the tip. No, you want to converse with them. You want to take it a step further. If you say, let's say the tip is, make sure that you guys drink 8 ounces of water a day. You don't just want to have a picture with the tip. Make sure you guys drink 8 ounces of water a day. In the caption, you want to go further. The reason why you guys should be drinking water really is because it's going to give you more energy. And I love drinking water because right? And when you start having those conversations, now they're listening. And your client will get weeded out the bunch, paying attention to everything that you write. They're going to start feeding off of everything that you write until the right time comes for them and you get the conversion. Okay, so you have to focus on moving your audience. It's not okay to just post. You got to move them. Okay, all right. Now, the second reason why that you're probably not attracting your ideal client on Instagram and on anywhere, guys, this can work for your business, period, even if it's your website. These are things that you have to think about, all right? So the second reason why is you're probably being seen too much, okay? And what I mean by that is you're posting too much. You're posting about everything. You're posting all the colors. You're reposting everybody's stuff. Right? And here's the thing. On Instagram, you hear me say this a lot. It is a visual platform. Have you guys ever noticed, right, that if you look at some of the well-established pages, not even mine because I don't really have an aesthetic page, my feature pages are more uniforms, whereas my personal page is not. But if you go to my feature pages or you look at some of the other people you admire on Instagram, one thing you'll notice is they do not repost everyone's pictures. They repost photos, yes, but they repost what falls in their content strategy, what falls in their visual strategy, and they never go outside of it because you are cultivating a space on Instagram, a space around your style of speaking, your style in visually, your style in the way you teach, your style in the way you share. Okay, so you're cultivating a space. So if you're trying to do everything, post everything, it's a big no-no. When clients come to me, a lot of times, even though, yes, I deal with marketing, we talk about branding, we do all of that, but a lot of people are attracted to me because of Instagram, right? So when they come to me, they automatically assume, like, listen, she's going to be my coach, but my Instagram is about to be popping. And the first thing I say is, here's the thing. If you are doing 5 or 6 things in your business and you cannot find a way to give it a uniformed look, a uniformed feel, a cohesive brand, then you need to separate it. Do you understand? So, example, let's say I'm always using health. Isn't that crazy? Let's say you're in the beauty industry, right? And you're a beauty coach. However, you're also in maybe a network marketing company where you're selling beauty products or health products or something like that. I will not want to see both of those businesses on the same page. To me, that's being teamed too much. Because one of the things you got to understand when you're trying to establish yourself as an expert in your industry is you have to be known for something. And I say this a lot. As the time goes by, as you start growing your influence, growing your tribe, then you can start putting other things in there that you do, that you sell. A lot of people did not know that I sold life insurance until about 1.5 years after they already been in my community, because it wasn't something that you still can't go to my page and see that I sell life insurance. You understand? And if I wanted to implement that as a part of my strategy online, which that is my offline thing, but if I wanted to, I would not add that to what I'm doing. I would create a whole new page, a whole new audience, a whole new community that I can cultivate and use my 5E method with. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, guys, I am not giving you the advice to go out and open 5 pages today. But what I am saying is, if you are new to your industry, if you are trying to build your influence and grow your reach on Instagram, you gotta get laser focused. Your page has to be laser focused on that one topic, speaking to that one person, using those 3 or 4 colors, whatever you chose when you started your brand, all right, and sticking to it consistently. That's Instagram. If you want to add other things to your brand, do it in your Facebook group. Do it on Facebook. Do it somewhere else. But Instagram is not the platform for that, okay? Instagram, you can't be teamed too much, all right? As a matter of fact, the pages that do the best are the pages that are very simple, are the pages that are very personable, okay? Very personable, all right? Okay, so, and if you guys have questions while I'm speaking, go ahead and drop it below. The third reason why you're probably not attracting your client. One second. I should probably tell Wawa, every day they're in my live stream. Ain't that crazy? Okay, the third reason why, and this one is a fun one. The third reason why you're not attracting your ideal client is because you are not using the right hashtags. And this one is big. This one is big. I'm going to go into this so much further on our webinar tomorrow, on our workshop tomorrow night. But this one is really big because hashtags is the new SEO. And if you guys don't know what SEO is, it stands for search engine optimization. And what it is, it's like a Google engine that memorizes and follows keywords. So again, if you were a social media strategist or social media coach and you focus on Instagram trainings and you're using a lot of Instagram keywords in your blogs and on your website, that is how Google is able to study what's going on your website. So if someone goes and they search you will show up. And the more consistent you are with using your tags, the longer you do have this presence on the web, all right, is the higher you will come up in the ranks, all right? So that's how SEO works. And it's the same thing for hashtags on Instagram, okay? It is a keyword. It is the way people find you. So if someone goes on Instagram and let's say you are a speaker, and let's say you live in Illinois. That is such a random state. Oh my goodness. So you live in Illinois and you're a speaker and you're not using the right hashtags. Then if someone is looking for a speaker in Illinois, they won't find you. Now, let's say you are using the right hashtags and you have hashtag speaker, hashtag Illinois, hashtag speaker in Illinois, hashtag Illinois speaker. I just gave you 4 hashtags. What happens is when someone is looking for a speaker for their event in Illinois, and they go on Instagram and they say, Illinois speakers, right? And they search for Illinois speakers, or they just search speaker. Most people would put Illinois speaker if they're looking for someone local. If you are using those hashtags, then you'll be found. The more consistent you are with the hashtags, the higher you are in those ranks. So it's the same thing like what I said with the SEO and Google. It is the same process. So a lot of times the reason why you guys may be using the wrong hashtags, not even may, the reason why this is happening is, one, you don't know who your ideal client is. And when you do not know who your ideal client is, it messes up everything else in your business, because every marketing campaign, every post, every ad you put out, every single thing you do in your business is geared to speak to that ideal client. So if you do not clearly know who that person is, you can't use the hashtags that they would be searching for. And here's the thing. I don't mean knowing who they are just like, oh, well, I work with moms. I'm talking about knowing how they feel, knowing what they like, knowing how they talk. What would your ideal client search for if they were looking for a coach in your industry? How do they speak? What is their dialect? Because all of that plays a part in how you're going to write your hashtags, how you're going to change it up on each post, how you're going to write your captions to be able to reach them. And that's what you guys are saying the problem is. All I'm hearing is, I'm not attracting my client. I'm not getting any engagement. I'm giving the call to actions, but they're not clicking the link in my bio. Even when they click the link in my bio, they're not downloading whatever I'm giving them. And all of that comes from, one, not knowing who they are. Why? Because you're not reaching them. You don't know who they are, so you can't reach them. You can't speak to them. You can't move them, like what we talked about in number 1. You can't move them. All right, guys. So 3 things. I'm not going to go over it again. Again, I want you guys to watch the replay. Those of you who are now coming in, thank you so much for being with me. As you watch the replay, if you find anything valuable, tap it up, heart it up, leave some comments, leave some questions, and make sure that you join us for that workshop tomorrow evening, because it's going to be amazing. All right, the 3 things. Number 1. You are not attracting your clients on Instagram because you are not posting things that move them. You're not putting out posts that moves your client, okay? I'm just giving you guys the link for the workshop for tomorrow night, all right? Give me 1 second. So you are not posting things that move them. That's number 1. Number 2, you being seen too much. So you're trying to teach too much on one page. You're trying to have a million colors. You're trying to be friends with everybody. So you want to repost everybody's stuff. So a lot of times you advertise other people more than you advertise yourself. And you're being seen too much on Instagram. So we need to work on that. And then the 3rd reason why is you are using the wrong hashtags. If you feel like the only people you're attracting are people that do exactly what you do, you're using the wrong hashtags. And one of the great, I'm not going further because I told you guys, I want you in the webinar for tomorrow evening. Dr. Finch and I are going to be digging into these things even deeper. And we're going to be talking about the three top money making strategies that you need to be using on Instagram. But just to take it a little step further for you guys, one of the easiest ways to figure out the type of hashtags your clients use and what they're looking for is by researching them. If you've ever had a client, go to their page. If you've already worked with your ideal client, most of you in my audience are either newbies or you are working with clients already. So if you're someone who's working with clients already, go to your clients' pages, start seeing how they write their captions, how they're speaking, look and see what type of photos they're liking. All right. When you find out what photos they're liking, study those pages. How are they writing their captions? What hashtags are they using? Okay. Next, for my people who are newbies and you may not have worked with clients yet, you need to research your competitors. What hashtags are they using? How are they writing their captions? How often are they posting? Which ones of their posts are getting the most engagement? And this is not for you to copy, but this is for you to take it and do it better. Like seriously, look and see what people are doing. Put your spin on it because you are your unique self and do it better. That's where it starts. All right, guys? So I want to encourage you to go to the link that I just sent you. Join Dr. Finch and I for tomorrow night. This workshop is going to be no longer than an hour. We already worked everything out for you guys. We're going to be talking all about hashtags, a little bit about what we spoke about tonight, right? So we're going to go deeper. Hashtags, we're talking about what you need to be able to attract your ideal client on Instagram. And then we're also talking about the 3 top money-making strategies that you need to be implementing in your business right now. And if you are not using it, then you are leaving money on the table. You are not, here's the thing. With me, what I love about Dr. Finch and I is that we both come from different places on Instagram. So what the strategies that she's using on Instagram, I'm not. And the strategies that I'm using on Instagram, she's not. So when we started talking and putting this together, we're like, OMG, everybody needs to hear this. I mean, some of the things that she shared with me alone, I'm like, already trying to implement. Okay, so I want you guys to click that link and register for tomorrow's workshop. We have 100 spots available. Tons of people have registered already, so we really want you to get in early. Try to get in like 10 minutes, not even 10, about 5 minutes before 8 p.m. tomorrow night. I may live stream the beginning of it and I may not. So this is the reason why I'm saying definitely sign up so you can get into the Zoom and you can be there and converse with us. Dr. Finch teaching style is very similar to mine, which is why I love teaching with her. So you guys are really going to be able to do that Q&A. Get your questions answered. This is the time. All right. So those of you who are on the replay, thank you so much for joining. Those of you who are live with me now, thank you so much for joining. If you found this useful, tap it up, heart it up, like it up, and definitely invite your followers to join us in Divapreneurs chat box. I will be live every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this month, and I'm loving this so much that I may just continue this because I never thought that I would love going live every day. I really didn't, but I am, and it's giving me so, it's like, the more you come and you share is the more stuff that's coming to me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. And I'm going to talk. I actually have my spreadsheet open and did some switching up with topics just to make sure that we're flowing and I'm giving you guys everything you need. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.